We are getting closer to the kickoff of the high school football season. The games begin on Friday, but tonight, grade 8 team number 1. We have it for you coming up next in Eyewitness Sports. We'll see you. Our week-and-a-half road tour comes to an end. The grade 8 looks like this. Team number 8, West Scranton. Team 7, Schuylkill Haven. The next 3 teams out of the Heartland Conference: Team 6, Loyalsock; Team 5, Mount Carmel; Team 4, Montoursville; Team number 3, Riverside; Team number 2, Wyoming Valley West. Welcome back, everyone. Phil Shaner with Eyewitness Sports on the road, and we're down to team number 1. The Dunmore Bucks, our top team in the grade 8 preseason high school football poll. Dunmore is fully loaded. Last year, making it all the way to the state title game. They want to take it a little further this season by winning it all.
As soon as we were on the bus ride home, like, some of the coaches were like, take your time to rest, but like, we got to get to work even earlier than we did last year, because you know, like, you could get back here if you guys work hard.
It pushed me more, like, just getting there and that feeling, you know, you really like that. And in the off season, we really strided just to, get back there, you know, work hard and try to have the same goals, you know.
We have to practice harder. People are going to be coming after us, so the harder you practice, the better prepared you'll be. You can't take a week off. We got to keep going. You can't ever get up high, because once you're at the top, the only weekend goes down. You got to keep working and get harder, because you can never stay the same. Coach Henzes always says, either get better or you get worse, and we're trying to get better every week.
Dunmore getting ready for their game against Mid-Valley. We'll talk to Coach Henzes and a few more players coming up when I see you again at 6:20. The Dunmore Bucks, grade 8 team number 1. We'll see you later. The Dunmore Bucks made it all the way to the state title game last year. The Bucks are fully loaded and ready to go again this season. Welcome back, everyone. Phil Shaner with Eyewitness Sports, and we're down to team number 1 in our grade 8 high school football poll, the Dunmore Bucks. Coach Henzes, last season, that has to really build a lot of character for this team. They had to work hard this offseason because they had that taste of playing for the state title last year.
Well, there's no question about it. We were very fortunate last year. We had some good student athletes that worked very hard for us, and the ball bounced the right way, and as I said, we were fortunate.
You have a quarterback back with experience, and as a coach, you have to love that when you have a guy under center that has a little bit of playing time.
Well, you know, Miller Holmes has been with us 4 years. We made a decision 4 years ago, and of course we were 4 and 6, and then he's just taken us to new heights every year. He's a great young man. He's a great student in the classroom, and he really works hard. His work ethic is unbelievable, and we're very fortunate to have him with us.
What is the biggest question mark going into the preseason? You know, you were so strong last year. You have a couple holes to fill. What is the biggest thing you want to see improvement on for this year?
Well, first of all, we've been unfortunately, we've had some tough injuries before we've even started the season. And then, of course, we had some injuries in the first week, so we're kind of playing a lot of young players right now in our scrimmages. Hopefully they're going to come through, and I think the success we had last year was that when we got a young man injured, we replaced him with the senior. This year, if we get someone injured, we have to replace him with a sophomore. So, and they lack the experience, but we're very happy the way the young men are working.
And you know, every Friday you got to come ready to play in the Lackawanna League, and you opened with Frank's guys. So, just talk about the schedule this year. And that's a challenge right there in week 1, because you never know what you're going to get in that week 1.
Well, that's very true. You know, there are things the first week you're concerned about. You know, are your kids ready to play? How many mistakes they're going to make? And as I said, we're going to play some young players, and unfortunately, you know, they have to learn through experience.
The Dunmore Bucks are grade 8 team number 1. On the ball. The Dunmore Bucks are tough to stop. On the ground, Michael Perry ran for over 1,700 yards last season. If you slow him down, the Bucks will beat you in the air.
Teams want to put like 8 or 9 guys in the box, and you have JJ beat them deep and Miller throw a perfect ball or something like that. They want to spread them out, and then we run up the middle with our big offensive line. It's good to have balance like that.
The balanced Bucks led under center by Miller Holmes, a 4-year starting quarterback. Miller knows it'll be deer season every week. They will be hunted.
We know we have the target on our back, but we lost a lot of key players, and we know that the young guys are going to have to step up, and it's hard for them to realize how far you could go if you work hard. So we're really pushing the younger kids.
The offensive line is big bookends, needs to fill in the middle with younger players. On defense, the heart of the D is gone, Pat Hart. This is one area of concern along with depth.
We're losing a lot of big guys on the defensive side. We lost our 3 leading tacklers, so we're going to have guys step up. And Hoover, he's an excellent defensive player, and our defensive line is pretty set. Linebackers are going to be good.
So here is the grade 8. Team number 8, West Scranton. Team number 7, Schuylkill Haven. Team 6 is Loyalsock. Team number 5, Mount Carmel. Team 4, Montoursville. Team number 3, the grade 8, Riverside. Team 2, Wyoming Valley West. And our number 1 team, the Dunmore Bucks. So now we are set for the high school football season to begin. This weekend, of course, we'll have all your scores and highlights Friday night with Sports Friday. If you missed any of the grade 8, no problem. Log on to pahomepage.com and click on sports. The Dunmore Bucks are preseason number 1 team of the grade 8. That is the story from Dunmore. Phil Shaner, Eyewitness Sports. We'll see you tonight.
Dunmore's Frank Santarserio blocks this mid-valley punt, rumbling to the end zone. It's a special start for the Bucks special teams. And Hayes Grade 8 team number 1, Dunmore, faces their first true test playing a road game at West Scranton. Last year, the Bucks won an overtime thriller over the Invaders.
Coach D'Antona's done a great job with this team over there. They had a great win the first week, and they had a tough loss last week, so they'll be ready to do the things they have to get done to win this football game.
In the Lackawanna League, Scranton Prep collides with a second straight state-ranked opponent, Dunmore. Bucks remain atop the grade 8 poll at 6-0 and have won 4 of the last 5 meetings.
Everybody wants to be Dunmore. I mean, if everybody out there. So we're just having to go into every game focused, and we're going to have to execute.
Always a classic Wyoming. Grade 8 team number 1, Dunmore, survives a road scare against Valley View because of a workmanlike effort from Mike Perry. Perry's 183 yards and 3 touchdowns has the Bucks 8-0. Riverside has a double Tellerico.
Hey, Henzes, you guys are back in. Okay, smile, coach. You get to go to coach just to see your kid play.
There's a whole roll of hundreds coming up. And right now, what Ken is doing, presenting an award, and this is going to Coach Jack Henzes, first time.
Everyone is looking forward to the Week 10 collision between Riverside and Dunmore. The Bucks, though, must first take care of Hanover area as the Hawkeyes need a victory to keep AA playoff hopes alive.
We're going to try put a couple things in for them. We know they're a pretty good pass-heavy team. We're going to try our hardest to come up big with that.
In the Lackawanna League,
Don't kill me, Ron.
Dunmore's Mike Perry is an all-purpose weapon, taking advantage of a Hanover area special teams breakdown. 90 yards for 6 points. Bucks are ready for Friday's game of the year against Riverside. More special teams.
Blitz gets going with our Grade 8 Showdown Game of the Week. Make that the Showdown of the Year. They've been number 1 and number 2 all season. What else can you say? It's Dunmore at Riverside.
If we execute, we're a fast team. I know we can pull through.
And I think for either team to win, we got to play a very clean game, make little mistakes. But I think it's going to be a back-and-forth battle.
A win would be great for us. It would signify a 10-0 season, get us our revenge from last year when we lost them up there.
The Heartland Conference Game of the Week.
Dunmore and G.A.R. will battle for the AA District 2 title at Scranton Memorial Stadium. The Grenadiers have not had a lot of success facing Lackawanna County teams in the playoffs lately, losing 2 straight games against Lakeland, being outscored 87-12.
Keep the turnover situation in our favor, make sure we hold on to the football and then create turnovers for ourselves so that we can take advantage of other teams' mistakes.
Now Carmel tries to stay. Dunmore facing 4th and 28 against G.A.R. Miller Holmes. Big play for Matt Hilson. 6 points for the Bucks as they earn a date with West Catholic in Philadelphia. Mount Carmel. Dunmore isn't listening to hype surrounding West Catholic, their AA opponent on Friday. The Bucks have heard all about 8 Mercy Rule games and a team that features Division I talent. Through all the talk, Dunmore remains confident.
The team that they lost to is actually a lot like us, and they do a lot of the same things as we do. So hopefully we could just do the same thing they did and come out with a win.
Mount Carmel faces Lancaster.
3-point field goal by Nicole Marinelli. Alika Semenza. Number 25. Dunmore basket, number 22, Lauren. Ladybug basket, number 22, Lauren.
Timeout, Riverside. probation, and that Lakeland is going to have to pay for.
Dunmore calls it. Foul 15 there in the game. First team.